Reverend Fran and Nicole. We love you. We thank you. It's so beautiful, right? Oh. So, I'm so happy that y'all are here, that you have walked into this fair field of love, and we welcome you. So, we get to sing. We welcome you. We have a guest tonight. You'll meet Reverend Lori. Reverend Sunshine isn't, well, she landed. She texted me that she's here. It says she's here, but she's not here. But you know, she's everywhere, right? So here we go. We're going to sing. We welcome. Y'all ready? Come on in. We welcome. We welcome. We welcome you. Come on in. We welcome. We welcome. We welcome you. Let go. Be free. Come on in and take a seat. We're glad you're here. We're spreading love, joy, and cheer. So come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We welcome you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We welcome you. Let go. Be free. Come on in and take a seat. We're glad you're here. We're spreading love, joy, and cheer. So come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We welcome you. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, come on in. We welcome you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We welcome you. Y'all stand here. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. We welcome you. Come on in. Yes. You know, there's not enough welcoming. We just welcome ourselves into this loving space and into our heart space as we sing Reveal. About the truth of who we are, the peace, the love, the joy. Yes. Reveal, reveal the love inside of me. Reveal the love that I was meant to be. Every time I open up, love is what I see. Reveal the love in me. Peace. Reveal, reveal the peace inside of me. Reveal the peace that I was meant to be. Every time I open up, peace is what I see. Reveal the peace in me. The joy. Reveal, reveal the joy inside of me. Reveal the joy that I was meant to be. Every time I open joy is what I see. Joy is what I see. Every time I open up, peace is what I see. Every time I open up, love is what I see. Reveal the love in me.
Uh-oh.
Wait for the mic person. Here we go. Okay. So let's move into that joyous space, that place of love and peace together. Remembering all the times today that you were having an opportunity to be in the stillness, to know who you were, to know that your life is the life of God, to know that life is power in spirit, that the presence and the power of the divine is with you always, that everything that is ever needed is here, for God is here, and there's no place where God is not. And so knowing that, we walk into this space, this evening, this beautiful evening, and we know each other, we know community, we know love, we know joy, we know peace in God. For it is the gift of God that brings each one's talent and gift and power and energy here to be together, to simply be together and commune and know the beloved and move into this service. And so it is. Hello. Thank you, Reverend Fran. Thank you, dear Sunny. And we're glad that she landed safely. Thanks for the info. So this is the Wednesday night revealing service, and this is a time when we take a look together at everything that we can desire to know about our life in God. And so last week we had a little repeat after me, and I'm going to see if you remember what it was. Repeat after me. My life is the life of God. Let's do that again. My life is the life of God. Okay, good. That repeating thing, you know. Okay. So we're getting booked up during this entire year by reading small passages from the Science of Mind a little bit at a time. And so that's been our theme for the whole year. Let's get booked up. And our message for tonight is called Just a Thought. And so that's wide open. And so I have a reading from the passages that are coming from the Science of Mind. Show of hands, who reads it at least every once in a while? Our little daily readings. Yay! Okay, good. So I'm going to read from that tonight, and then we'll move from there. See what happens. Healing takes place to the degree that we send down the right kind of thought into subjectivity. We mean by thinking consciously and with deep feeling, we implant the right idea in mind, and mind reproduces this idea as effect in the body. We must realize that we are using a power compared to which the united intelligence of the human race is as nothing. The practitioner involves an idea in mind. It is the law which creates. As the practitioner treats his or her own mentality, which is, simply a point of mind, he reaches the mentality of his client. The practitioner can erase the thought of pain from the client's mentality when she or he has first neutralized pain and the idea of it in her own thought. Repeating treatments. A treatment is a specific thing. When you are treating to neutralize any particular form of disease, your word should be spoken in such a way as to neutralize a belief in the necessity of the condition. Each treatment must have in itself everything necessary to cover the case. When you treat, resolve things into thoughts. Bodies, people, objects, and all things. Everything is a thought. Having resolved everything into thought, know that disease is neither person, place, nor thing. It has no location, does not belong to anyone, cannot operate through anyone. So we know that it's a false image with no power, and then you are ready to mentally dissolve it. Always come to a complete conclusion when giving a treatment. Always feel that it is done, complete and perfect, and give thanks for the answer, as if it were already objectified. In the interval between treatments, do not carry the thought of the client around with you. To do so is to doubt, and this mental attitude must be completely overcome. Each treatment should be a complete statement of the reality of being. This is the only method we know. It is not enough to just say that everything is all right. This is true in principle, but in fact and in human experience, it is only as true as we make it. Treat until you get results. A healing takes place when the client is no longer sick and until such time, mental work should continue to be done. And so with that, we're going to look at Just a Thought. We're going to look at a wonderful visitor, Reverend Lori Sheets, who's going to be taking care of putting a message into our hearts this evening. And so we'll welcome her up, and let's do that.
Thank you, sister. It is so great to be here tonight, and thank you, Jan. What I'm loving about this is all of the people who make it their purpose to support this wonderful Wednesday celebration. And I'll be mentioning some of them at the end of the service, but I dedicate this to Reverend Sunshine, who has brought her sunshine nature, her teaching warmth here to Seaside, and has grown and created, along with Sunny, this incredible ministry. So Sunshine was at a ministers' council meeting back at our home office in Denver, and she was elected into this position. And I tell you, it is just so cool that she put her hat in the ring. And now we here at Seaside, we have the pride that one of our ministers is on this very powerful ministers' council. So I hope that she shared that with you. And if she didn't, now you know. So Jan's quote, just a thought. We have those thoughts. It's just a thought. And our whole teaching is about change your thinking, change your life. So when we say just a thought, well, if it's good, we'll keep it. If it's bad, well, you know what we're going to do? We're going to change it. So we always know that. That's one of the tenets of our teaching. What else we know, or what I thought of when she was reading about, repeat treatments. We do. We, as practitioners and ministers, we treat until we get the results that we desire. And what we have to do if we're not getting those results is that we go in and do our mental work, our mental clearing out anything. 2 words that I always use in my treatments is that I know and accept. I know and accept. Because sometimes I've known about things, but I haven't really accepted them. I haven't really taken them into my awareness. So tonight I want to talk a little bit about that, about acceptance, to accept. It's been on my radar for the past couple months, and I've been looking. If I'm in struggle, a lot of times what was at the core of my struggle was that I wasn't accepting things. So that's I'm giving you the backstory for taking a look at this. So when I looked at acceptance in a very general term, what I found was that it's a overall opening up of what is happening in the present moment. Okay, I'm just open to it. I'm opening up to what's happening in the present moment. And that doesn't mean that I like it. It doesn't mean that I dislike it. It doesn't mean that I accept it. It doesn't mean that I don't accept it. Not accept. Bad word. Bad word. Do I approve of it? Or you see what I mean? The judgments that when something happens, the judgments that we make sometimes, well, it's good. No, it's bad. It's good. It's bad. But to just accept something. I was finding that that brought me right down the middle. You know, I just accept it. It was creating a very neutral place in my life to not be in judgment, to just accept something. And it's hard to do. Take a minute right now and think of something that might have been a little bit difficult to accept. You want to have a tendency, I have a tendency, to want to think, well, if I accept it, I must be for it. I must be on the same page as this. So the invitation is that it doesn't have to be that way. To simply accept something is very neutral. And it took me out of the struggle zone of judgment and making a decision because, well, I just, I accept what is. And I accept what's going on in the present moment. So another one of the benefits of just accepting, it brings us immediately into the present moment. Now, that's kind of the definition when you're not a religious scientist. Okay, but you guys are, right? So if you are, to me, what I found is that it's a much bigger picture, this thing of accepting that I am a divine child of God. I mean, can I really get my head around that? It's a big thing. I accept that I am one with the beloved. As religious scientists, we also have to think, another thing that we think is that we are perfection. Well, in religious science, we have to accept that. We know that. We know that absolutely everything is in divine order, that we are perfect. And so it's a reminder that we have to think big when we say the word, I accept. We have to accept that we are, as divine children of God, we have to accept that everything that God is, each of the qualities of God, the harmony, the love, the peace, the joy, the knowledge, the wisdom, everything that God is within us, right here and right now, waiting to be expressed. And it's only by truly accepting, let's take one of those for example. Somebody shout out one. Joy. Sold. We can't really express joy in our unique, special way, the way that we are designed to express it, unless we completely accept it. We completely accept that, yes, everything that God is waiting to be expressed through me. So we know that we are living the lives of God. And I know that Jan's stated that, and I know that Reverend Sunshine talks a lot about that a lot too. We are living the life of God. My hands are the hands of God, waiting to be shown where I can serve. My heart is the heart of God, waiting to connect with another. I think the thoughts of God. And so all of these concepts, if we haven't been in this teaching, for a while, I think they can be hard to accept. But it is done unto us as we believe. And I came across another quote from Ernest Holmes. Have you heard of him? One of them is, the universe must exist for the self-expression of God and the delight of God. And when I say the universe and all of us, that we are here to live God's life. We have to accept all of who we are. Every single bit of it. That's our job. Our job, in my mind, is to know who we are and to accept who we are. So we need to know what our skills and abilities are so that we can serve, so that we can give back. And when we don't, we have to dig in and figure out what our skills and abilities are. We accept them. We have ownership with them, and then we give them. We turn around and give them back. Well, sometimes, I work with the teens here, and I was just saying, well, we want to accept who we are. Well, part of that is also accepting who we are not. And the teens, they're struggling. They struggle, and I suppose we all did too, or I did too. I struggled as being a teenager. But instead of focusing on and accepting who they are looking at who they are not. And then we here at Seaside, we bring them back to look. It's not about who you are not and who you don't look like and who is out there in a magazine, that it might be something that you desire to have, but you have to accept where you are and who you are first. And I think that's so important for our teens. And it's hard to see them struggle, and they struggle, and that's what we did, and that's what struggling is, and that's how it is being a teen, right? I read a story about a woman who went to the pharmacy to pick up a prescription. Her daughter was sick, and so she was picking it up for her. And when she came back to her car, she realized that she had locked her keys out of the car, and she just didn't know what to do. She looked down and she found a hanger on the ground, and she started to kind of, how we've all done it, when we kind of wiggling it down, and she said, "Oh God, please send help. I need help." And of course, the next 5 minutes, a man pulled up in a motorcycle with one of those skull caps on and long hair and a long beard. And he said, "Well, do you need some help there?" "Oh, please, could you get my keys in? My daughter's sick and I have to go home." And so he said, "Well, yeah. So he takes the coat hanger, thank you, God, coat hanger, that was in my database somewhere. So he took the coat hanger, and in about a minute, it was open. The door was open. And the woman just threw herself on him and said, "Oh, thank you. I just can't thank you enough. I'm so..." If you don't know me, I talk with my hands, so the guy's in here, right in here. Okay. And I said, oh, you're a nice man. You are such a nice man. And the guy said, well, lady, I heard what you said, but I'm really not a nice man. I just got out of prison, and I was in there for car theft. And the woman threw herself again. Oh, God, you sent a professional. So, as we get older, we accept what God sends. Regardless, we are open. We are open. We don't have any agendas. We are simply open. I read an article about a doctor who had some health challenges, and he ended up leaving his practice and going up to Esalen in northern California so that he could work on his health. One of the classes, the thing that he focused on was acceptance of what was going on in his body, and then taking the next step for him, which was a step into healing. The acceptance was a step into healing because he wasn't fighting what was going on in his body anymore. He wasn't fighting it. He had just simply accepted, not that he liked it or disliked it, neutrally accepted it. And it was from that place that he began to heal, and he began to know his wholeness in a much deeper way. And so this thing called acceptance, that is a way to me, to cut down on stress. It is a way to be in the present moment, to simply accept. When we're doing our treatments, we know we want more joy, but we accept it. How is it that some people have more stuff than other people? Are there any answers? I have a quote. God gives some more than others because some accept more than others. So can we treat for something that we don't have the ability to accept, or that we might have to do a little bit of work to clean out our negative thoughts, ideas, and beliefs so that we can accept it into our lives? And so we're told in the Bible that we must accept. I don't know if this is in the Bible. Didn't it sound good that I was just a quote in scriptures up here? Yeah, might have been in Glamour magazine. But it's the idea of accepting the kingdom of heaven. Is your heart big enough to accept and draw in the kingdom of heaven? And if it's not, and you want the kingdom of heaven, that is what your deepest desire is, are you willing to do what it takes to create the space within yourself to accept that in? What is it right here and right now that that Spirit wants to give to you that you are not accepting. I want you to think about these because we're going to go into our meditation and you can think of them. You know, we do treatment if we're not getting what we want. We go to our practitioner, we treat again, we have a repeat treatment. But we have to build the capacity to accept, to hold our hearts, our arms, our lives open to accept what we say we want. So let's just take that into our time of stillness, if you allow your eyes to close. It is from this place, from this very stillness, that we know that we are truly one with this beloved. And what I know is that each of us has an uncanny desire to connect, to accept all that is and all that is not. And it is my dream that if I desire to have more joy in my life, I must open up my capacity, whether it is in my heart or in my head. I must be open to accept the joy, the love, the peace, the serenity, the clarity, the harmony that I desire. And as I accept, I take it, and I know that I express it in a way that only I am meant to express it. It is my unique expression. It is each person's unique expression that brings joy completely together. I know that I am able to come from a place of acceptance with no judgments, knowing that this acceptance is neutral, and it is from there that I am able to heal. It is from there that I am able to love more deeply, that I am able to express myself more fully. And I do that by accepting just where I am. Being grateful for all that is. Knowing that I have been so blessed to have so much, to have been able to accept so much. And so I simply know that all is well, for I commit to this thing called acceptance. And I know that I am led to a greater sense of being. And so it is. Thank you. And now is our time for conscious giving. So this is an opportunity, if you are enjoying the space and what goes on here on Wednesday nights, if you are learning, if you are growing, and you would like, please plan to be part of giving from a conscious level. There is no pressure at all to give. And so I invite the ushers to come up. Melissa and Dennis. And so I simply bless all that is to come and all that is to be. I know that each person here is guided by the beloved presence within them to give in a way that serves them, that is in the realm of what they would like to create in their lives. I'm so grateful, and so it is. And now we've got Sunny. Come on out.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you,
That was
Reverend
really
Lori.
smooth, wasn't it?
No, it was smooth like butter. Smooth like butter. I want to thank Carl for singing with us tonight and singing with me right now, and Reverend Fran and Cole. And I want to again thank Reverend Lori. Thank you so much. Love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. So keep it up. your side Love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Yeah. So keep it up, quench my desire, and I'll be at your side forevermore. Now once I was downhearted, disappointment, it was my closest friend. Then you came, ooh, and it soon departed, and it rarely shows its face again. I said love keeps on lifting
Just
me.
keep lifting me.
Love keeps lifting me.
Lifting me higher and higher, higher.
I said
Love keeps lifting me.
keeps on lifting
Just
me.
keeps lifting me.
Lifting me higher.
Lifting me higher and higher, higher.
I'm so glad, yeah, that I finally found love. I feel like the happiest girl, and with God's grace, ooh, all around us, we can share this love in the world. Come on, y'all. I know that love
Love keeps lifting me.
so lifting
Just
me,
keeps lifting me.
lifting me higher,
Lifting me higher and higher.
I know love
Love keeps lifting me. Just keeps lifting me.
keeps on lifting me higher and higher. Play a little bit, Rev. Love is lifting me. I feel like love is lifting you higher. Play, Rev. Don't you know that love
keeps lifting me.
Love is lifting me.
Just keeps lifting me.
So lifting me.
Lifting me higher and higher, higher.
I see love.
Love keeps lifting me. Just keeps lifting me.
Keeps on lifting me, yeah.
Higher and higher.
I said
Love keeps lifting me. Just keeps lifting me. Lifting me higher and higher.
I know that
Love keeps lifting me. Just keeps lifting me. Lifting me higher and higher.
higher, yeah.
Love keeps
One more time, sing with us, y'all.
just keeps lifting me.
I hear you, Ed.
Lifting me higher and higher.
on the bass. Have y'all heard that bass voice back there? Love y'all, love y'all. Thank you.
Thank you. Wow. We have a lot of people to thank tonight. Jan Hartman, Jill McSweeney, our practitioners who have been on duty. Thank you so much for being here. Sunny day again. We're always thanking. Reverend Fran and Cole Miller on sound. Carl on sound as well. Tim Griffin. You know, I heard something about Tim Griffin, about this day and what a special day it is. It's his birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tim. Happy birthday to you.
Please join Tim. He brought some goodies for us afterwards in the family room when we go there. And now is a time of congregational sharing. If there's anything you would like to share with about how fabulous the talk was.
It was fabulous. My name is Jeanette, and I have had the honor and pleasure of friendshipping my neighbor, and she had a progressive dementia. And for the last 3 years, we had developed a friendship, and I watched her progressively change. And I came home from vacation celebrating my birthday this Sunday, only to find out that she was gone. They was taken away to a place. I had no idea where she went. Her family took her, and it was really hard. I first could not accept it. Then I said, I know she's going to be okay, and I accepted it. I had no idea how I was going to ever see her again, and look at her beautiful smile and her spirit, which was wonderful. And then after accepting it, time went by, and my neighbors started calling me and saying, oh, well, she's at this place, and in 8 days we can go visit her. And then when I accepted it, I got those answers. So acceptance, yeah.
Good. Very good. Don't make me sing.
I'm Pauline. It arose in me as you were speaking the word surrender. Could you talk a little bit about the relationship between the two, acceptance and surrender?
Well, the way regardless of what was possibly said, the way I meant it was, I kind of see that acceptance is surrendering to the divine presence. So when we surrender, they're very similar, aren't they? You know, between accepting and surrender. I think they both take us to the same place. People.
You just walk over and hand me the mic, so I'll have something to say.
I thought you were like that.
I was like, wait, no, I was just kidding. I really don't know what I'm going to say, actually. One thing I'll say, though, is the process of going through and working with acceptance and surrender has been such a fascinating journey, and I can look at so many different times in my life when there's that resistance or lack of just truly owning whatever it is, even if it's something that doesn't feel good in the moment. And oftentimes there's those times in life where something may be out there, whether it's a family member or a work situation or a health situation or just any area of our life that doesn't feel awesome. And it's so natural and normal to see that resistance of like, oh, it shouldn't be this way. Oh man, this is like, whatever it is. And that by definition, in so many different ways, we're feeding energy to that, and it's more and more going to grow. And the more that we can just truly accept that, and we talk about this in class. I'm just going to give a little plug for classes. If you guys haven't there's a few of you in here that I've done classes with. That's where so much transformation takes place, because it's like 3 hours each week, and we study, and there's so many different amazing courses. So I have the pleasure of taking one right now with Reverend Lori. And we talked about that with what was this last week?
Sure.
Yeah, I forget something. Like the whole concept of just, the responsibility, truly accepting, and it's our ability to respond to whatever the situation. And when we truly accept whatever it is that's going on and love it rather than disowning that creates a unity. And then we can, from that space, do something about it and then come from true choice. So it's powerful stuff. So thank you.
I'm here if you need me. Oh.
I am Nicolette, and I just wanted to say, last Thursday, I had an accident with my friend Joshua, but me and him are getting along now, and I'm just saying, that's my arm. Mom, don't poke me, please. I don't like that. But anyway, I just wanted to say, please be careful with boys, and yeah.
I'm right with you. Completely right with you. Couldn't have put it better.
Hi, my dad's been in the hospital for a week and a half, and he's getting better, but he's not coming out the same way that he went in. And so what I got from the talk about acceptance is that whatever form of expression he needs to have is the way it needs to be, and it's my role to let it be that and have that be okay.
Nice, yeah. Very nice. Okay. And now we will pray by singing.
Yes, we will.
And I will not.
Don't you worry. Everyone knows exactly what to do. Nicolette comes up, cast and all, and leads us in our movement. All is well, yes? This is our prayer, a song of peace. We get to be the change we want to see. With open hearts and open hands, we lift our voices, in love we stand. This is our prayer, a song of peace. We get to be the change we want to see. With open hearts and open hands, we lift our voices, in love we stand. We lift our voices, in love we stand. We lift our voices, in love we stand. She's accepting hugs, yes, in the family room.
We'll see you in the family room. We'll help celebrate Tim.